Before watching this video, make sure that you have used heading styles to create a proper structure for your document and that you have numbered your pages. Once you have done that, you're ready to create an automatic table of contents for your document. Go to the References tab and find the Table of Contents icon. Click on Table of Contents to open the drop-down menu. Here you will find all the options for creating a table of contents. If you've prepared your heading styles and page numbers, all you need to do is choose an automatic table, and Word will create the table. Manual table means that you will need to type everything in yourself. I'll go ahead and choose an automatic table. Here it is on the page. Notice that Word indents the different headings to clearly delineate the levels. But what happens if you need to add a section to your document? If you make changes to your document after creating an automatic table of contents, you can quickly update your table of contents to add any new headings or change the page numbers. Click on the table of contents to bring up the Update Table option. Click on Update Table to get a dialog box. If you only added length to your work, you can check Update Page Numbers Only. If you added a heading section, check Update Entire Table. Click OK, and you should see the change in your table of contents. Sometimes automatic tables may pick up text that you didn't intend to be on your table of contents, or leave off wording that should have been included. Usually, it has to do with heading styles. This paragraph of text should not be in my table of contents. Let's go see what's wrong. If I press Control and click on this, it takes me directly to the text that needs to be fixed. Looking at it, we can see that it's marked as a heading 3. That's why it's showing up in my table of contents. So I can change it back to normal. Go back to my table of contents, update table, entire table, and now it's correct. Another way to fix this same situation is to go to Add Text under References and choose Do Not Show in Table of Contents, which changes it back to normal, and now it will not be in my table of contents once I update. I can also use Add Text to quickly change the level of heading for a group of text. You can change the style or font within your table of contents by highlighting what you want to change and simply changing it. Another way to make cosmetic changes to your table of contents is by using the Custom Table of Contents option. Go back to Table of Contents drop-down menu and choose Custom Table of Contents. This will open a dialog box with formatting options. Print Preview shows you what the text and indentation of your table of contents will look like. These options allow you to format the way the page numbers appear. Tab Leader changes the space between the labels and the page numbers. Currently, I have dots between my tab leader and my page numbers, but I can also change it to these other options or even none, which will be reflected in the print preview. Change the overall style of your table of contents with formats options, or change the number of headings that will be displayed in your table of contents. Choose Options to manually choose which heading levels should show in the table of contents. And Modify allows you to change the style of individual levels in the table of contents. Click OK when you've made your changes. You will be asked if you want to replace the current table of contents with the changes you made. Confirm, and you should see your changes reflected in your table of contents. Now that we've made a table of contents, you can make similar tables for figures or tables within your document, but it takes a bit of preparation. First, decide where the table or figure should go in your document. If it needs to be on a page by itself, or the page needs to be turned horizontally, refer to section breaks and page breaks. Insert your figure or table by going to the Insert tab of your document and choosing the appropriate icon. We'll add a table. Once you have inserted your figure or table, In order to automatically create a list, you have to give your figure or table a caption that specifies its function using the Insert Caption icon on the References tab. Select your figure or table, go to References, and choose Insert Caption. Give the item an appropriate name. This will appear on the list of figures or list of tables. Choose a label. The label is how you tell your list of figures or list of tables to include an item. You have the options figure, table, equation. Then choose a position, above selected item or below selected item. You can format the numbering of your figures and tables by clicking on Numbering. Once your items are labeled, place your cursor where you want your list to appear in the document. Then return to the editing ribbon and select Insert Table of Figures. You will use the same selection to create either a list of figures or a list of tables. This will open a dialog box very similar to the one for formatting a table of contents. Print Preview shows you what the text of your table will look like. These options allow you to format the way the page numbers appear. Tab Leader changes the space between the labels and the page numbers. Change the overall style of your table with Formats options, and use Caption Label to designate whether you want the list to include figures or tables. Modify allows you to change the style of the text in the list. This is what your list of tables will look like. You will need to add a title. And if you want your list of tables to appear in your table of contents, make sure that you give it the appropriate heading. Now you're ready to include your automatic table of contents, lists of tables, and lists of figures.